Okay, so we are live now. Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Zia, the founder of WOW PK, which is Women of Wonders Pakistan, a community that acknowledges and honors and celebrates the successes of our women, role models, especially in the non-traditional careers in Pakistan, and also in the traditional careers as well. Non-traditional careers वो होते हैं जिनमें we have 10% or even less participation of women. और पाकिस्तान में तो वो 10% से भी ज़्यादा less है. And this session जो ये आप देख रहे हैं, it's the first session of the series of this week on WOW PK, जिसमें हम different careers को जो है वो explore करेंगे, and we'll see के different जो careers हैं, especially जो non-traditional careers हैं हमारे, उसमें ख़वातीन जो हैं वो क्यों कम हैं, girls and women, why they are less in numbers in these careers, उनको हम explore करेंगे, अपने panelist experts से मिलेंगे, उनसे जानेंगे, कुछ skills पे बात करेंगे कि कौन सी ऐसी skills हैं जो उस particular career के लिए होना चाहिए. So we have these amazing line of lady bloggers with us. लेकिन उनका introduction कराने से पहले थोड़ी सी blogging की statistics मैं आपसे share करूँ, क्योंकि आज का जो हमारा topic है वो है blogging. ब्लॉगिंग जो है अभी भी इतना सीरियसली करियर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कंसिडर नहीं किया जाता है. इट्स नॉट कंसिडर्ड एज अ करियर इन पाकिस्तान, एंड अगर दूसरे कंट्रीज़ में ऐसा है या नहीं है वो हम अपने एक्सपर्ट से उनके बारे में जानेंगे. सो कुछ स्टैटिस्टिक्स आपसे मैं शेयर करती हूँ. देयर आर 19 मिलियन वुमेन ब्लॉगर्स and around 16 million men bloggers. So we have a little bit more women bloggers as compared to men. 77% of internet users जो है वो they read blogs. So that means एक बहुत बड़ा scope है blogging का as a career बनाने के लिए, और उससे you can earn money and you can उसको sustainable career बनाने के लिए. And we have another statistic is 53.3% of bloggers are between the ages of 21 and 35. So that means we have more youngsters as bloggers. अब ब्लॉगर्स क्या करते हैं, कैसे बनते हैं, कैसे ब्लॉग बनाया जाता है, कैसे इस करियर में हम आ सकते हैं, कैसे एंगेजमेंट क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, इन सब के बारे में हम बात करेंगे. इंटरेस्टिंगली एवरी 0.5 सेकेंड, यानी हर 0.5 सेकेंड पर एक ब्लॉग पोस्ट जो है वो इंटरनेट पे पोस्ट होती है. सो बहुत सारा स्कोप है. टाइम हम अभी और नहीं लगाते हैं. मैं आपको अपने अमेजिंग पैनलिस्ट जो हैं उनसे मिलवाती हूँ. आई विल बी इंट्रोड्यूसिंग in an alphabetical order. First जो हमारे साथ हैं वो हैं अनम. अनम को मैं लेकर आऊँ. And Anam is an HR learning and development professional currently working in a oil and gas company, having more than 5 years of professional and corporate experience. She's also a corporate blogger. She is the founder and lead trainer of She Views. I think if I'm not wrong, Anam का नाम जब आता है तो मुझे याद आते हैं वो सारा कम्युनिटीज़, फेसबुक कम्युनिटीज़ और उसका काम. एंड आई थिंक एंड आई बिलीव कि अनम इज़ अमंग द पायनियर्स जिन्होंने ये फेसबुक कम्युनिटी स्पेशली फॉर वुमेन जो है वो स्टार्ट की है और उस पर काम किया है बहुत सारा. She Views is an academy which empowers women to reach their potential and achieve their goals by facilitating them to explore all the avenues and make them independent. Anam is also the founder of Venue Batao. Another an amazing name, Venue Batao, Pakistan's first venue finding platform for venue finders and venue providers. Thank you, Anam, for joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a great opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. जो सेकंड हमारे पास लेडी ब्लॉगर एक्सपर्ट हमारे पास मौजूद हैं, she is हिरा अली. हिरा पाकिस्तानी है but she resides in UK. Hira is a leadership trainer, blogger, motivational speaker. बहुत सारी चीज़ें वो करती है माशाल्लाह. So she is a leadership trainer, blogger, motivational speaker, writer, executive coach and licensed NLP practitioner. She is also the founder of Advancing Your Potential and is the recipient of the Top 100 Women Awards, that is Lift Effect Star Awards. She is the CEO, Giving Wings to Your Potential, MD, International Women Empowerment Events, founder, director, Career Axel, and co-founder, The Grey Area Decoding Inclusion. Mashallah. Welcome, Hira.
Thank you. Now that you say it, I was like, oh my God, that's quite a bit. I need to do something about reducing my workload. But no, it's a pleasure to be here, Zia. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I know Anam also. We're in touch.
It's
So
great
lovely
to see you here on this.
to lovely to share the platform with her, of course, 100%.
थैंक यू सो मच. एक और एक हमारी गेस्ट हैं जो अभी तक हमें ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाई हैं, बट शी विल बी हियर वेरी सून. और जैसे वो आती हैं फिर उनका हम इंट्रोडक्शन भी करते हैं. शी इज़ आयशा नासिर, जो कि एक बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त कम्युनिटी, फेसबुक कम्युनिटी रन करती हैं बाय द नेम ऑफ स्केरी अम्मी. अनदर ब्यूटीफुल नेम एंड वेरी कैची नेम. ओके, सो अपना जो है ये स्टार्ट करते हैं सेशन. और आज जो है सेशन पे 2 एरियाज़ पे हम फोकस करेंगे और उसी एरिया से हम फर्दर जो है वो क्वेश्चंस जनरेट करेंगे. पहला एरिया तो ये है कि क्या ब्लॉगिंग जो है वो एज अ करियर पाकिस्तान में या इंटरनेशनली लिया कंसिडर किया जाता है इसको. हमारे जो यंगस्टर्स हैं या हमारी जो वुमेन हैं, अगर इसको अपना करियर बनाना चाहें तो क्या ये सस्टेनेबल करियर है. सेकेंडली जो हम बात करेंगे जिस एरिया के ऊपर, वो हम बात करेंगे कि किस तरह ब्लॉग जो है या ब्लॉगिंग जो है वो आपके बिजनेस को या आपके करियर को, बिजनेस को अपस्केल करता है, बूस्ट करता है, या आपके करियर को जो है वो मज़ीद आप ऊपर जाते हैं, फैसिलिटेट करते हैं और आपकी पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग में भी काफ़ी काम आता है. आयशा हमारे साथ आ गई हैं. लेट्स वेलकम आयशा एज वेल. हेलो आयशा, अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
How are you?
आई एम गुड. आप कैसी हैं?
Good. Assalamualaikum everybody.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, Aisha का introduction भी मैं करवा दूँ. Aisha Nasir is a graduate of Columbia University School of Journalism and runs 2 Facebook communities on parenting, Scary Ummi and Scary Ummi Had Abus. Interesting.
Had Abu. No, not had. And.
Scary Ummi and Abu.
Scary Ummis
And Abu.
at Abus. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a typo then. Okay, she has previously worked for traditional mediums like BBC, the Washington Times, Granada, the News, and more. And now she has wholeheartedly and firmly adopted the new and alternative media of blogging. Aisha, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you
so
for
let's start. Start करने से पहले यानी कि अपने एक ब्लॉगिंग का जो हमारा सेशन है उसको स्टार्ट करने से पहले थोड़ा सा मैं चाहूँगी कि हिरा, अनम और आयशा 1 by 1 आप अपने बारे में थोड़ा सा हमें ब्रीफ करें. वो चीज़ें जो मैंने बता दी उनके अपार्ट आप क्या करती हैं, आपका क्या पैशन है, थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में बताइए जी. लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हिरा.
Okay, so by the way, I just realized, because I have been writing a lot since the past 4 years. I have been training and coaching for the past 14 years. As you know, I started my career from Pakistan, and then I went to Dubai, and then I came to London. So when I came to London, I started writing, to be honest, when my father passed away, because I thought it was therapeutic for me. It just sort of really gave me a lot of comfort going on Facebook and writing my opinions about everything, like, 3 or 4 paragraphs, and, it completely went out. And people would be like, what, I think maybe you should start a blog, Hira. Maybe you should just move away from posting so much on Facebook. So I said, yeah, maybe one day I probably will. But in Dubai, I didn't really need it. I had a recurring business. It was, life was good. But when I moved to London, nobody knew me, right? And I knew nobody. So my husband, bless him, suggested that I should start writing. And he said, you like writing, why don't you start writing? So that's when I think I got into blogging and I started writing. And now I think I'm, to be honest, no longer really a blogger. I'm a content writer because my own blog doesn't have a lot of blogs. I do write lots of blogs for different media publications. And I think in the past 4 years, alhamdulillah, I have been published in a number of places, particularly in lockdown. I'm really excited. It makes me very emotional because I thought that, in lockdown, I won't be doing anything, but I was published in like more than 45 places in just like the last 3 months. So this is what I do. I think I primarily do content writing. And recently I discovered myself as a journalist on a website, which was quite fascinating because I don't consider myself to be a journalist. So okay, that's my content writing part. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Hira. Anam, आप बताइए कुछ अपने बारे में.
Sure. Thank you so much for inviting me here. I believe that since I work in a corporate sector for the past 5 years, alhamdulillah. So when I started my blog recently in quarantine, I discovered, as Hira said, that, you discovered something new. So it's my passion to, being an HR professional and a trainer, I always wanted to, coach people or mentor people, as well as serve in a corporate sector as well. So apart from She Views, which I do as well, but this time being a corporate ब्लॉगर, बिकॉज हार्डली पाकिस्तान में कोई भी नहीं है जो स्पेसिफिकली आपका सिर्फ है ना कॉर्पोरेट ब्लॉगिंग पे कॉर्पोरेट लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करें, बिकॉज आई रीड सो मेनी पोस्ट इन सो मेनी ग्रुप्स अबाउट स्टूडेंट्स आस्किंग कि हम किस तरीके से इंटरव्यू दें, कैसे जाएं, क्या होता है, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ फियर, एक्साइटमेंट, opportunities, and they don't know what to do. So this time, I was like कि मुझे वो चीज करनी चाहिए जिस चीज के लिए मैं passionate हूँ, and I'm passionate about I'm working in a corporate sector and obviously serving people through my trainings. So there I decided to jump into a corporate blogging, and so far it's so good because what I write is actually my experiences, and my tips and whatever I give to my few of the followers I have right now. But I think you should do something promising, which people should like it. I think this blog will definitely serve that purpose, inshallah, in future.
Thank you so much, Arab. Yes.
It's with the name of Daily Cup of Corporates.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Anam. Aisha ji, aap bataiye. Who is Aisha?
So
tell me about you.
Like I've been working as a journalist for many years, and I began I think I was like 15 when I began with Young Nation. It doesn't even exist anymore, but Nation used to have like a kids magazine, and I was a part of that. And I was still in like O levels, I think, when I began working. O levels, A levels, like pretty early on. And then I went on to actually study journalism as a subject at Columbia School of Journalism, where, like the world opens up to you and you understand so much more about the rules, the regulations, the legalities, the ethics. But interestingly, I think at the time when I went to Columbia, journalism itself was changing. And while what I do, I feel the ethos, the ideas of objectivity, the ideas of, confirming sources, all those ideas remain intact. The mediums have completely changed. So now even like journalists as well known as Nick Kristof and Christiane Amanpour, like very renowned journalists who've always done traditional medium, have now moved towards the non-traditional mediums, which are blogging and all. So that is really why I began Stereo Me. And unlike other Facebook groups, I look onto Stereo Me as a media platform. So we do a lot of content. We've also launched like Pakistan's first website on Amis. So it's a complete parenting website, but with a Desi approach. So all our constructs, all our references, our constructs, our recipes are all like Desi. And मैं बहुत strongly believe करती हूँ कि जब आप parenting की बात करते हो दुनिया में, तो आप जो terms सुनते हो वो है tiger moms, helicopter moms, soccer moms, etc. These are all Gora terms. This is not how we bring up. Like हमारे यहाँ, you can be 17, 18, 20, 25, live with your parents, and it won't be considered abnormal. And you never pay rent to your parents. And like अभी भी अगर बेटा अपना बेड खुद बनाए, तो the mother is like नहीं रहने दो, मैं बनाऊंगी. That's how we brought up. राइट और रॉन्ग तो एक बिल्कुल फर्क बात है, बट जब तक आप एक इतनी बड़ी कम्युनिटी और इतने बड़े माइंडसेट को स्पेस ही नहीं दे रहे दुनिया में कि देसी अम्मियों की आवाज है ही नहीं, व्हाट वी लाइक हम लोग गुट्टी देते हैं व्हेन अ चाइल्ड इज बोर्न, दैट्स अगेन अ देसी थिंग टू डू. इन द यूएस दे बिलीव कि आपने टिल 9 months सिर्फ एक्सक्लूसिव ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग करनी है. सो अगर आप माओं को कहो कि नहीं आपने सिर्फ एक्सक्लूसिव करनी है, यू मेकिंग देम फील गिल्टी जस्ट बिकॉज वो गुट्टी देती हैं. बट हमारे यहाँ गुट्टी का एक लाइक पूरा सिस्टम है कि इसे सुनना है XYZ. So basically, I've always believed that, if you don't have a voice in the world, you basically are invisible. Like nobody really cares. You have no place. So my complete aim with Scary Ammi and everything we do is to make sure that the Desi Ammi brand of parenting, which is so many things, is, out there. There is a voice that people listen to. There is a voice that exists. And that's really like my complete concept behind it.
Great, thank you Aisha. बिल्कुल आपने सही कहा कि हमारे पास जो है वो देसी वाला जो टच है वो नहीं है. हेलीकॉप्टर पेरेंटिंग के बारे में हम पढ़ते हैं और देयर आर अदर टर्म्स एज वेल. जो अब लेट्स कम टू द टॉपिक ब्लॉगिंग. ब्लॉगिंग पे मैं एक क्वेश्चन आप तीनों से करना चाहूँगी एंड आई वुड लाइक यू ऑल टू पार्टिसिपेट इन इट. Do we have any institutions or universities offering blogging as a subject or as a degree in Pakistan? पहली बात तो पाकिस्तान में और as well बाहर किसी कंट्री में किसी भी कंट्री में हमें कहीं भी ब्लॉगिंग जो है वो सिखाई पढ़ाई जाती है, बिकॉज मैं अपने बच्चों के ओ लेवल्स की बुक देख रही थी, दैट इज़ इन उर्दू की बुक में ब्लॉग के ऊपर एक मजमून है, सो बट दैट्स ओनली वन चैप्टर, एक मजमून है, लेकिन इसके अलावा कोई सब्जेक्ट ऐसा नहीं है जिसमें उनको ब्लॉगिंग सिखाई जाती हो। उसके बारे में बताइए कि आप लोग क्या समझते हैं कि कोई यूनिवर्सिटी है ऐसी या कोई ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं?
I think not that I am aware of, to be honest, because like Aisha has done formal journalism, I haven't done so. I'm anyways not aware of the universities and the education in this particular area. I do know journalism, of course, is offered in lots and lots of universities and colleges across the globe. Specifically in Pakistan, I'm not sure if it's still offered. I think Karachi University offered something in journalism, but I am again not too sure. But yes, you're right. I think in university, I don't think so. There's anything specifically related to blogging. There are lots of small business women and entrepreneurs, online business, who offer tips on how to start blogs and how to get a following and how to monetize blogs and get money out of it. So that all is there. But like a formal degree, I at least am not aware of that.
Yeah, true that.
Yes.
I agree with Hira. There's no as such institute, unfortunately, in Pakistan. I don't know much about abroad, but here we don't give so much of importance to blogging, and it's considered as a time pass. Very unfortunate and sadly. So, but I think it should be considered for future, career aspects because it has a lot of scope in it.
जी आयशा।
I did slightly differently. So I went to university to study journalism, and Columbia ka the School of Journalism is considered like a world leader on journalism. It was set up by Joseph Pulitzer, who prices are run. So it's probably the most prestigious place there is to study journalism.
आयशा आपकी आवाज थोड़ी सी ब्रेक हो रही है।
We need to university to study journalism, and the truth is, like. Oh, can you hear me now? Is it still? Let me.
No, your voice still breaks. अच्छा, हम जो बात कर रहे हैं ब्लॉगिंग की, मुझे एक बात आप क्लैरिफाई कीजिए कि इज देयर एनी डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ ब्लॉगर एंड एन इन्फ्लुएंसर? बिकॉज अगर हम इन्फ्लुएंसर्स की बात करते हैं, सो जो मीडिया ज़्यादा देखने में आता है वो ऑफ कोर्स इंस्टाग्राम है और फेसबुक है, जिसमें हम ज़्यादा इन्फ्लुएंसर्स को देखते हैं। सो क्या दोनों चीज़ें सेम हैं या ब्लॉगर और इंस्टाग्राम और इन्फ्लुएंसर जो हैं, दे आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स?
I think they're definitely two different things because a blogger can be an influencer.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
an influencer can be a blogger.
Yeah, blogger.
But they're definitely two different things because you can be an influencer in a lot of different areas. For example, Instagram may, there are a lot of these makeup artists and all these, Huda Beauty and all these different sort of people who are influencers who are making a mark. I don't think so they specifically have their own blog. Simultaneously, I think even on other social media platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn and stuff, you have bloggers who are influencers. But I think, it's not exactly the same thing, I would say. But yes, you can be an influencer if you're a blogger or vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it
Yes,
happened
Anna.
with me because I was like kind of, I think I have influenced some of people's lives. But then I started blogging, so it's like, it's not the same, but you can be a blogger if you are an influencer or likewise.
तो इस तरह तो फिर हम ये कह सकते हैं कि जो कंटेंट राइटर है, he might not be a blogger, but a blogger needs to be a good content writer. Is that so?
Yes, I think so.
Somewhat I agree, yeah.
Yes, I think so. Because I think you do need to be a good content writer for sure. Like especially if you are pitching it to different publications. Because अपने blog पे तो आप कुछ भी लिख दे, right? That's your own blog. So you can, there are no such hard. Of course, I mean you will not get a following unless you write good content there too. But when you are pitching to like different media publications, then they are very strict with respect to what you're writing and the content. I remember my first article in HuffPost got approved like after 3 or 4 months. And they said, ye theek kare, you have to fix this, you have to fix that. And I was like, oh my God, and apparently I was a blogger. I was blogging for like 3 months. I knew my stuff, but they had completely different standards.
Okay. जी आयशा का मैं माइक्रोफोन अनम्यूट कर देती हूँ बिकॉज थोड़ा सा वाइब्रेशन थी. Aisha, can you unmute your mic? Because ये मेरे end पे तो नहीं हो रहा है. Yes, now it's perfect. जी Aisha.
Can you hear me?
आयशा आपकी आवाज़ थोड़ी
आवाज
डिफॉल्ट
आ
हो
रही है?
यस अब आ रही है जी कहिए.
So what I was saying, sorry what's going on with my internet, but what I was saying to the earlier question, so even at Columbia, which is considered like the beacon of learning for journalism, there was a whole debate on do you need a degree to be a blogger or do you need a degree to be a journalist? And the truth is you don't. So like my children are 8 and 9-year-olds and they have a blog and I've encouraged them to put their blog like out into the world. So you don't really need a degree. What you do need is a regulatory body, and that is where I think we lack in Pakistan because whether it is a post on your Facebook page, whether it's a post on Me, whether it's an Instagram, people, the problem is not that people are bad. The problem is people don't understand what the concept of objectivity are, what the concept of sources are, what the concept of blind checking is like, etc. These concepts are alien. Some people learn on the job, some don't learn, some have to face backlashes. So what I feel is really required is work in terms of making people understand. Like we, as a journalist, I've conducted numerous trainings on, let's say, topics like gender sensitivity more. In a world where everybody is a journalist, where everybody can pick up a phone and be like, I'm a citizen journalist, which is fine. But before you put out your work, you need to understand the ramifications of that work, be it in terms of legalities and ethics, in terms of the national impact. Like journalism, there's a saying, कि journalist writes the first draft of history. So इतना important है जो आप लिख रहे हो. Okay? That is the first draft of history. You are affecting कि एक incident for generations to come, वो incident कैसे perceive होगा. So I feel that is an area that we definitely need to work on before everybody becomes a blogger, which is fine. But just understand what is your responsibility as a blogger.
ग्रेट थैंक यू आयशा. आयशा की बात को थोड़ा सा कंटिन्यू करते हैं. क्या रिक्वायरमेंट होती है एक, जैसे हम कहते हैं कि अगर एक एंटरप्रेन्योर है तो उस एंटरप्रेन्योर के अंदर ये स्किल्स होनी चाहिए या ये पैशन होना चाहिए या रिस्क टेकिंग एबिलिटी होनी चाहिए. सो एक ब्लॉगर के अंदर क्या स्किल्स होनी चाहिए कि वो ज़रूरी है? क्या ये बाय बर्थ है या आप इसको एक्वायर करते हैं, लर्न करते हैं? इसके बारे में बताइए.
I think you can definitely learn and acquire skills because it's more right. It's not majority of it is obviously writing, and of course it's the way you construct your entire blog and the way you put forward your comments and your ideas and your suggestions. So I think these are all skills which can be quite, like I said, I mean, I've done my O-levels and A-levels in English literature and English language. So in my own mind, my English was good and everything is fine. But when, like I say, when I wrote for Huffington Post or when I started writing for Forbes, they had these demands and they're like, no, this is not correct. And no, we don't want this. And you write you're very verbose. You need to cut down your paragraphs and it needs to, and I'm just being very vulnerable right now. That, this is something which we all can learn despite the fact that, use in your own head, think that you're really good, but then other media publications. And again, at the same time, there are some certain media publications that I write for. In fact, they're the ones who approach me and they say, can you write an article for me? But at the same time, it's funny because they're so stringent about the requirements. And, आपके दिमाग में आप बहुत बड़े कोई established writer है, and you will just give them the piece, but they're like, no, this is what we want. So I guess for me, at least, I learn in every blog that I write for a different media publication because every blog has a different requirement. Every media publication has a different requirement. And of course, these are the things which you can learn for sure, 100%. This is not something which you cannot learn. You can acquire, you can read. But I would definitely reinforce what Aisha said. And she said that I am strongly now propagating this point. Because as you know, I talk a lot about women leadership and I'm really very focused about closing the gender gap in Pakistan now. And I really want to talk about the responsibility of the role of media. And I think it is so important what you put out, the content you put out. It has to be so. Uh, Again, what she said, it really clicked because it's been passed on to generations. People are going to read it, and people are going to form opinions about it. So I think that is really important. You really, really need to learn those skills to actually communicate your point in a balanced, fair, transparent way. And of course, not blatantly violate the boundaries of what is considered as ethical writing. But all this can be learned for sure.
जी अनम, आप बताइए.
I think it's very important for you to plan what you are going to post on your blog, and for that you need to have a proper strategy, and on which content, which topic you're going to talk about. What I do is I plan, like if I'm posting 3 posts in a row on Instagram, so I know that I should link one with each other, or it should make sense to my followers. It should not like कि आपने कुछ भी post कर दिया randomly, कि आज हमने makeup का post कर दिया तो आज ये post कर दिया. It should make sense to the reader कि आप किस चीज के बारे में बात कर रहे हो, because otherwise people will not like it or will not follow you, because there is no planning, there is no strategy, and you cannot post abruptly. आप इस तरीके से नहीं post कर सकते कि आपके दिल में जो भी आया आपने वो post कर दिया. I think it should make sense to the reader कि आप actually क्या point deliver करना चाह रहे हो.
ट्रू. सो अगर हम ये कहें कि ये तो ठीक है, आपने कहा कि ये चीज़ें हम थोड़ा लर्न कर सकते हैं. लैंग्वेज के बारे में भी मैं बात करूँगी कि इज़ इट इम्पॉर्टेंट टू हैव अ कमांड ऑन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज in order to blog? Do we need to have a command on the vocabulary? Because for example, I also blog, but I'm not a professional blogger. I only blog जबकि मुझे लिखने का दिल चाहता है, या कोई मेरे सराउंडिंग्स में कुछ हो रहा होता है, वो सर्कमस्टांसिस पे बेस्ड होता है, फिर देन आई राइट. बट आई सी कि ये चीज़ मैं जानना चाहूँगी, और बिकॉज हमारे पास ब्लॉगिंग सिर्फ इंग्लिश में नहीं है, ब्लॉगिंग तो उर्दू में भी होती है, उर्दू में भी सब लिख रहे होते हैं. सो लैंग्वेज की जो महारत है, या लैंग्वेज के ऊपर जो एक आपका उबूर होना चाहिए, कमांड होना चाहिए, इज दैट इम्पोर्टेंट, या दूसरे स्किल्स जो हैं ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट हैं?
It is important, obviously, but obviously you cannot deny the fact that if someone wants to, they have this ability to share their thoughts, and write their thoughts on papers. So I think English with time, you learn with a lot of with time, So obviously, we know all the standards of English language. So basic language standards के मुताबिक तो हम writing कर सकते हैं, but obviously if you want to become a professional blogger, वो with time आता है. You get to learn so many things when you deal with different. Obviously, in future when you deal with different people, different brands, your followers, you should know how to respond, how to write, what actually your followers will like. आप शुरू में तो अपने खुद आइडिया से लिखते हो, but जब as you go on further, you realize कि अच्छा मेरे followers को ये पसंद है, तो मैं इस टाइप का content लिखूंगा और उसको और कैसे बेहतर बना सकता हूँ. So we should not limit it to English language, because obviously उर्दू में भी बहुत होते हैं, but you can learn a lot from future perspectives. Yeah.
No, definitely. I agree with this 100%. And I personally feel that you should be proud of whichever language you can write in. I mean, if you want to start a blog in Urdu and you think you have a good following, why not? I mean, I definitely would love to read Urdu blogs as well. Because I think हमारे culture में बहुत ज़्यादा एक ये हो गया है कि बस English में ही हर चीज़ हो, which is of course something which is a necessity. I won't deny, of course, everybody does stuff in English, but at the same time, I think it's good to give equal importance to your own language as well. At the same time, I also feel that if you really want to write with emotions, I'm an emotional writer because I just sort of pour my heart out, and sometimes I later on check the grammatical issues, and then I keep on editing my post like a dozen times because I check, usme S nahi tha, usme D nahi tha. So I do all that stuff. But at the same time, if you really have something to communicate, then there are people who are content editors, right? So it's not, I mean, we should be open to the fact that if you're blogging and you want somebody who has a good command over English to review your blogs and edit it and put it out in front of the world, main thought aapki hai, but that could be edited, and you could definitely make use of people who can edit your blog and put it out there. So that's something which we should be open to, because it's not that this is your blog, nobody's saying that you copied it or whatever. Your thought is the same, but just to sort of fine tune it, get help if need be.
And you can take help from your family or your friends as well if they are willing to support you. So आप proofread के लिए उनको अपना blog before posting it आप उनको एक share कर सकते हो, and they can give you the feedback on that.
ट्रू, वेरी गुड टिप। अच्छा, ये बताइए कि हम हमेशा एथिक्स की बात करते हैं, प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स की बात करते हैं, तो ब्लॉगिंग में भी कुछ एथिक्स हैं जो कि हमें ख्याल रखना चाहिए व्हेन वी आर पोस्टिंग? कुछ तो थोड़ा सा अनम ने बताया था, लेकिन मैं चाहूँगी कि थोड़ा सा और आप इलेबरेट करें कि व्हाट आर द एथिक्स ऑफ ब्लॉगिंग। अगर एक ब्लॉगर स्टार्ट कर रहा है, एक बच्चा स्टार्ट कर रहा है, एक बच्ची स्टार्ट कर रही है, तो कौन सी ऐसी चीज़ हैं, ऐसे एथिक्स हमारे हैं या को वैल्यूज़ हैं जो हमें ख्याल रखना है कि हमें ब्लॉगिंग में क्योंकि एक पॉजिटिव मैसेज हमें देना है?
I think first of all we need to be very careful about plagiarism because वो बहुत
Yeah.
ज़्यादा होता है कि sometimes we sort of, and I think you know what, I am a writer, I research hundreds of articles because I have a major fear of missing out. So whenever I'm writing an article, I would literally open 10, 20, 30 different articles and I would quote people from there. And sometimes I do know as a writer, it does happen that you get carried away, and because you've done so much, and sometimes you might just sort of, you know, say things that other people have said, but it's really very important to give due credit. If you have read
Yeah.
something from some place and if you have liked the idea, and I feel this about this strongly because many bought Tizoki content which I've now stopped worrying about because people have started saying, "Give bhai, theek hai, you're an influencer or whatever, you're inspiring people, you should be happy that you know you're trailblazing." But I personally feel that you know wherever you can, you should try and give credit because blogs may, if you are, the more authenticated it is with links, the more people. Because मेरे blog में हमेशा I don't have fancy English. I write in very normal, regular English. But what I do is I really research my articles, and I think that's what a lot of people in the international market appreciate, that the blog is really well researched. So I think whenever you take content from somewhere, give credit, add as many links as you can, give the source. And again, you know, freedom of speech has, so you can't really say that this is not what you should write and this is, but I mean, that's something which is up to the blogger, right? Because some people write very controversial stuff. I am the sort
Yeah.
of person who writes balanced stuff because I don't sort of, I want to see both sides of an argument because that's how I feel I am able to influence and impact people. Again, उसमें कोई rule नहीं है, but of course, you know, if it's hate speech or anything which is you know, pointing fingers at people or saying something really bad, or you know, the language is not appropriate, of course, that needs to be avoided as well. तो जितना आप कर सकते हैं, again, like I said, it's a free world. You can't really say कि नहीं आप ये नहीं करें, but of course, the language and all those parameters need to be taken into consideration.
Exactly.
True. अच्छा, ये बताइए कि अगर कोई अपना ब्लॉग स्टार्ट करना चाह रहा है, सो व्हाट आर दोज वेबसाइट्स और मीडियाज थ्रू विच शी और ही कैन स्टार्ट अ ब्लॉग? अगर कोई फ्री है अवेलेबल तो वो भी शेयर कीजिए। जी एनएम।
WordPress is usually people use for blogging, but if you want to take, you know, you want to see who your followers actually are, and because WordPress पे लोग पढ़ते हैं, कुछ comment करते हैं, कुछ नहीं करते. But generally for me, I moved from Facebook to Instagram for this particular corporate blogging because where I feel Instagram is more open in terms of you know, people, there are different people who can see your content and you can also see who you are they are following to. Facebook एक थोड़ा सा limit हो गया, but now people are moving towards Instagram where I feel, and LinkedIn. So being a corporate blogger, I also post on LinkedIn, obviously specifications का ख्याल करते हुए because LinkedIn is a very professional site and my work is professional too. But if I'm sharing about my lifestyle, I won't share it on LinkedIn, you know. Okay, as a being professional corporate blogger, this is my weekend routine, so I won't post it there. But yes, I can post my experiences and what types of, you know, for example, if I'm posting about how to get into an interview, what are the steps, or how you can get into your first job, so I can post it on LinkedIn too. But on Instagram, it's open. So but for me, if you compare it from Facebook or Instagram, I would definitely go for Instagram because of the market analysis and everything.
Great. Chihira.
I think definitely WordPress, Wix. These are the websites that I started off with, and then there are also lots of different. You know, there's Thrive Content Builder and there's DV through which you can, you know, build your website and give a lot of add a lot of shushka, as you call it, to your blogs and make it more attractive. And LinkedIn is definitely one place I would highly
Yeah.
recommend because I get all my clients, I get all my following, I get everything from LinkedIn because that is like that's like my area. I was in a 1 week break last week, but I still couldn't let go of LinkedIn. I was constantly posting because the advantage is that when you get posts, when you post articles, in fact, I'm not that regular in posting articles as such. I do a lot of other posts. but it's going to give you a very quick following and visibility. So if you want to start off, definitely do something on WordPress, but also replicate the same blog on LinkedIn and do it on a weekly basis. And that is really, really going to give you a lot of great visibility.
Great, very good. अच्छा ये बताइए कि it's very important for a blogger to have a good engagement. ठीक है, जब तक engagement नहीं होगी, लोग कमेंट नहीं कर रहे होंगे और शेयर नहीं कर रहे होंगे और आपसे कनेक्ट नहीं होंगे, so आपका ब्लॉग जो है वो इतना पॉपुलर नहीं होगा. So टिप्स जरा सा शेयर कीजिए कि what are those tips, engagement creating tips, magic tips, जिससे आप अच्छा अपना engagement create कर सकते हैं अपने followers के साथ.
So I think, sorry, Anam, you
go ahead.
It's tips nahi hai aap, honestly, you go ahead.
Okay, so for engagement, it's like a two-way. People will not because some of them are very shy. Some of them will be a silent reader. They will not comment or like or will tell you that you are doing so good or will engage on your post. And some are active, but active users ke liye bhi, it's like give and take. So if they are doing something, also you have to appreciate their work, not just because of engagement chahiye, but अगर वो अच्छा काम करे तो उनको पोस्ट करें, उनको शेयर करें, bring them into the circle, and जितना सर्कल बड़ा होता जाएगा उतनी engagement के लिए अच्छा है. And then obviously the other followers, the normal people who are not doing anything or are not blogger, तो वो भी फिर खुद indulge हो जाते हैं इस चीज में, and they see कि she is doing or he is doing something really good. So for that matter, engagement के लिए I feel if my fellow friend or a blogger is doing the same thing and or maybe a different content, for example, I've lately started following so many good followers from abroad, not from Pakistan, on Instagram, and they are like really doing a great job, and I enjoy reading their posts. So I at times मतलब post them, share them in my stories. Obviously feed पे आप नहीं कर सकते, but आपके पास एक story का option होता है, आप उनके उस पे comment करो, so they will start noticing it. So there's a possibility कि वो आपके content पे जाके आपका review करें, and then they will give you a feedback as well. So for this matter, I think engagement के लिए it's a two-way communication.
No, I think I couldn't agree more. I think it is so important to have reciprocity, because agar aap reciprocate nahi karenge, because I think unfortunately a lot of culture is that people expect that, everybody's going to like my post and I can get away with not liking other people's posts. But eventually people will start getting fed up because they'll see, well, you know what, she's not liking my posts either, or she's not promoting my stuff. Why should I remember your comment once on Facebook? Because it happens, right? It just sort of happens. You get frustrated. You're tagging people, and if they're not going to comment, if they're not going to respond, then why should I do it? And I think I have reached out to some of the biggest influencers on LinkedIn, and I have received their testimonials, alhamdulillah, through Twitter and LinkedIn. That's only through like following their work. And some of the reviewers, like, these were the authors and global influencers I literally grew up reading. And I reached out to them and I said, well, this is a picture of my small library and your book is in there. And, I read your work. I love your work. And, if you could give me a review, that would be nice. And some of them did not respond immediately. But eventually, when they saw that I was consistent, despite the fact that they had said no to me, I was still liking their work and following. They actually got back to me and they said, okay, you know what, I'm going to write that review. So this is something which we have to understand, that this is not going to happen overnight. This is a long-term thing. I know Ariana Huffington shared my blog thrice, which made me like an overnight success. And the thing which I did with that was that I followed. I think I was also lucky, I'll not deny, because 3 years ago when I started writing for Thrive Global, at that time, Thrive Global was very new. So Ariana Huffington would personally read all. Now it has like thousands and I think millions of contributors. So she used to read the blogs, and I started noticing what blogs she was sharing. So I made my content around it in the hope that she will, and she did. So that was a trick which worked. So I think if you want to also get attention and engagement from some of the big people, I guess you have to follow them for a bit and see what they're doing and try and create content which matches their interests. That's a tip I would definitely share with people. And again, engage, talk to people, respond to people, not just in your blogs. I think Anam said it's a very good idea, Anam. I'm going to start featuring people in my Instagram stories. Thank you for that idea.
जो इंस्टाग्राम स्टोरीज की बात है, आई थिंक इसके लिए एक ब्लॉगर को टेक्निकली जो है साउंड होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. सो व्हाट आर द टेक्निकल एस्पेक्ट्स जो आपको आने चाहिए इन ऑर्डर टू बिकम अ गुड ब्लॉगर इन दिस प्रेजेंट टाइम?
I think basically, definitely, you need to know how to. I was a totally non-tech savvy person until like 4 years ago when I was in Dubai, and literally never came to social media at all. I didn't know how to create websites, and I learned all this in the past 4 years, and I'm really proud of it. And I was also now Women in Tech. I was featured in Women in Tech because I learned all the technology the hard way in the past 3 years. I learned how to create websites, and I think this is something which you probably need to know how to operate WordPress, which is quite basic. You're going to learn how to do it. And if you want to make your website more appealing and attractive, you might need to, learn a bit of how to do content building and how to use those softwares that help you in content building. LinkedIn and Instagram, again, until last year, I didn't know what Instagram stories were. Honestly,
Same here.
I still don't do Instagram stories as much as I should because I think they're important. So all these things which can be learned, and just bear in mind, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, but it will happen.
Yeah. I think your blog should be aesthetically pleasing because that's one of the main key area of pleasing people and attracting your followers. Because अगर थोड़ा boring हो जाएगा या तो फिर वो पड़ेगा नहीं. It's the human nature, you go there where you find something very good or pleasing. So Instagram stories में अभी मैंने recently start करी थी quarantine में. I explored. There are like lots and lots of strategies and how to make your stories, not even feed but stories का कैसे pleasing कर सकते हैं. So I think one should go to the Google, YouTube and search it कि क्या ऐसे aspects हैं कि आप अपनी वेबसाइट को, अपने ब्लॉग को aesthetically pleasing कर सकते हैं, attractive कर सकते हैं.
अच्छा, जब एस्थेटिकली प्लीजिंग की बात हो रही है, सो हम ये देखते हैं कि ब्लॉगिंग में आजकल स्पेशली ऑन इंस्टाग्राम फोटोग्राफी एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो बहुत ही अच्छी आपकी होनी चाहिए, तो आपका ब्लॉग जो है बहुत सुपर सक्सेसफुल हो जाता है. सो फोटोग्राफी स्किल्स, अगर हम ब्लॉगिंग की बात करें, ये तो है कि हमारे अंदर हमारा एक लिखने का कुछ हमारा पैशन है, कुछ हम एक्सप्रेस करना चाह रहे हैं, बट उसके साथ हमें वो पिक्चर्स भी शेयर करनी है जो उससे कॉम्प्लीमेंट करें. So do you think photography now is very important, an integral part of the blogging these days?
I think blogging में सिर्फ नहीं है, there's a saying jack of all trades. तो वो तो पहले उस सेंस में लिया जाता था, बट अब आप जो काम कर रहे हो उसमें आपको एक एक चीज आनी चाहिए. इफ यू आर गुड एट राइटिंग, सो यू शुड नो कि उसके पीछे जो भी सपोर्टिंग फैक्टर्स हैं वो भी आपको आने चाहिए, थोड़े बहुत. तो इट्स नॉट द मैटर कि आपके पास अच्छा कैमरा हो, yeah, you should have a good iPhone. It's your skills and how you can learn it. There's lots of content available on Google how to take pictures from phone, simple phone. It's just you have to see कि आपका एंगल कौन सा है, किस तरीके से ले रहे हो. थोड़े आपके घर की चीजें यूज करके आपने उसको अच्छी सी एक पिक्चर बना ली. तो ये जरूरी नहीं है कि आप अच्छा पैसे, you should spend your money and buy good stuff, good crockery, or buy good new phone. It's not like that.
And I think you will also outsource, like Fiverr है एक जगह, या फिर stock images है जो कि आप purchase कर सकते. I mean, if you have the budget. I mean, initially I didn't have the budget, so I used to do everything on my own completely. I still do it on my own. I still consider myself to be an emerging entrepreneur. But yes, you can outsource a lot of stuff. On Fiverr or stock photos hai. And in fact, one of the best places where I am always going to is unsplash.com. You get lots of free pictures from there.
Can you repeat it?
It's unsplash.com.
Unsplash.com.
Yeah, and there are
even free pic is very nice.
Yes.
They are paid too, but they are free images as well.
Exactly. And Unsplash mein ye hai ki you have no copyright issues and stuff. You just have to credit the person from where you took the picture, or maybe sometimes I just write source is Unsplash and that's it. I don't even write the name of the photographer, and that's good enough. So that's a really good place to get all your pictures from.
Great. अच्छा, हमारे पास कुछ कमेंट्स भी आ रहे हैं, वो भी साथ में हम लेते जाते हैं. तूबा राशिद ने पूछा है, how is journalism related to blog writing? How can a blogger be a journalist? जी हिरा, कुछ कहेंगे?
देखिए, मैं तो खुद अभी डिस्कवर हुई हूँ कि मैं जर्नलिस्ट हूँ. मैं तो I never considered myself a journalist, to be honest. Simply speaking, because surprise, I don't charge for my blogs. A lot of people thought कि मैं लिखती हूँ and then I charge. I don't, because see, my main, and this is a lot of people reach out Because see, I don't want to sound flippant. It's just that Alhamdulillah, I make my money from speaking. That's my main career. And I think वही देसी mindset था मेरा भी पाकिस्तानियों वाला कि really from writing can I make money? And I was introduced to this group of women, international women journalists, and they said you should start charging for blogs. I think most of the blogs that I write for most of these places, it's an honor to write for those blogs. So they anyways don't pay anything. They just capitalize on the fact that you're happy to write for them because it's such a big thing. Recently, I was contacted by Training Industry US. Like literally, when I was a little girl, I used to look at their company and I used to say, oh, wow, this is amazing. Obviously, I never imagined one day their deputy editor emailed me like last week and they said, I love your blogs. Can you write a blog for us? And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think of asking for money at that time. And then later on I did, but they said that, we don't pay. But I think if you do blog and if you want to because I think journalists get paid, right? Journalists get paid for the pieces they pitch to different newspapers. So once you create your blogging and you have, and one thing I would definitely recommend is you should have a niche. I specifically talk about women leadership and I talk about ethnic minority leadership, and that is my area of speciality, and that's what I am considered an expert in. Once you consider, once you're an expert in something, that's when people are going to reach out to you for articles on the same topic. So once you do that, when you start writing blogs, then you can actually start pitching to journalists. That's how it is. Where you should have a website, you should have all your blogs in one place, you should have contents in one place. And then once you have that in place, you have that whole thing which you can send to journalists, then you can start pitching to journalists directly and also start, taking payments from them, know what the rate is and start charging money for it.
Great. मनी की जहाँ तक बात हो रही है, आई थिंक ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है. हम अगर इसको कह रहे हैं कि हम एक करियर बना सकते हैं, सो किस तरह से हम ब्लॉगिंग के थ्रू जो है वो मनी अर्न कर सकते हैं. आयशा हमारे पास अभी नहीं है क्योंकि आयशा बहुत सारी पेड पार्टनरशिप रन करती हैं, बहुत सक्सेसफुली रन कर रही हैं, एंड शी हैज़ मोर देन 50,000 पीपल इन हर फेसबुक ग्रुप एज वेल. सो मैं ये पूछना चाहूँगी कि आप किस तरह से पेड पार्टनरशिप्स कर सकते हैं, कितने आपके पास फॉलोअर्स होने चाहिए कि कोई कंपनी आपको नोटिस करेगी, या आपसे या आपके पास एंगेजमेंट बहुत ज़्यादा होना चाहिए अगर आपके पास सर्टेन नंबर ऑफ फॉलोअर्स नहीं है. What is the criteria?
I think mini influencer, you need to be 1,000 followers or more. Like if you have 1,000 followers or more, then you already are sort of a mini influencer in Instagram. And then if you have 10,000 followers or more, then you are a medium sort of influencer. And then of course there are people who are there in millions. So basically what happens is that you definitely can do that. I didn't do it because I personally only write because it's my passion, and B, it builds my leadership brand, and then it allows me to charge as much as the industry rate for my speaking. So I make my money in speaking, alhamdulillah. I mean, literally last year I started charging twice the amount that my colleagues, people who, even white people, don't charge as much. But people gave it to me, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. That's because I wrote so much and I've been published so many places. But in writing, you definitely can have paid partnerships that you can basically promote. Once people see you as an influencer, especially on Instagram, I've seen, they'll reach out to you and they'll say, can you, pitch my product? And then they will pay you something. And people charge anything from, I think, 50 euros to £100 to 150. I've never paid anyone so far to sort of, promote my work. But definitely this is something which a lot of people, and the more influence of, more followers you have, the bigger influencer you have, bigger influencer you are considered, the more people will be willing to pay for you to feature their products. So paid partnerships could be a very lucrative business. And if you want to make blogging as a career, then I would say, and then there are ads, you can run ads on your blogs and you pay a lot, earn a lot of money through those ads as well.
I would like to add it here, like if you talk about Sheviews, so they on Facebook, पहले तो ये होता था कि followers कम होते थे. अब there's like so much going on now. Followers की जो उनकी limit है वो भी बढ़ गई है. So it's like minimum 5,000 hai. So they will, if they want to do a certain kind of a campaign on your group, so they ask that we will give you particular content and you will post it, and we want to see engagement. So they some judge like that and evaluate your engagement like that. Some do it like based on your followers, number of followers. Similarly for Instagram, they give you a PR packages. if you have a minimum number of followers according to their requirement, and then afterwards if they see, because since you are a beginner, they will not pay you, until and unless you have a good number of followers with you. So first they will give you a PR package. Obviously, if the PR package worth talking about, and obviously because you also are putting your efforts, so you won't do something for, there's no free game in such, right, in today's world. But obviously if there's a good cause, you should go free and you should not ask for money, because obviously money is, सब कुछ money भी नहीं होता. But apparently we have to evaluate ourselves कि किसको हम अपना content हमारे profile पे share होना चाहिए. So अब अगर आपके पास PR package आया, and then once you have your good number of followers, so you can charge and you can also receive the PR package according to that. And it depends price. They will not tell you कि certain, they will ask you कि हाँ आपकी इस campaign के आप कितने पैसे लेंगी हमसे. So it varies person to person.
I think there's one Pakistani newspaper, I wouldn't name it obviously for confidentiality reason, but they approached me and they said that your content is really good. And I said, okay, is like, do you want to write, you want an article and, do you want to be featured? And I said, yes, of course, sure. And they said, these are our PR packages. And I was like, I never paid to get featured. Well, I see, the thing is, when I published my book last year, so obviously there was a PR campaign around my book. And that got a lot of publicity. Again, when my book was a year old, literally 3 months ago, again, there was a PR campaign which was run by a PR expert and my publisher. So that again got me a lot of publicity. But as such, I haven't really paid. But there are so many people, trust me, who actually email me and they say, we'd like to feature you. And alhamdulillah, a lot of people do. And I very happily agree. And then some people say, okay, so you have to pay us like $500 or $1,000.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. I never paid that. But I think if you are somebody who wants to build your brand, and if you want to get out there, then there's no harm in paying and getting your articles or whatever, your story out there by paying. And people can look at it that way. So I think that's a great way of not only earning money but also getting like features and whatever you said.
Okay. Hira, आपसे एक question है. अगर हम किसी magazine को approach करना चाहें, we want to access a magazine, an international magazine or a local magazine or a newspaper,
yes,
where we want to write or submit our articles. So usually you don't see their email addresses on their websites. मैंने खुद भी search किया है, मुझे email addresses नहीं मिलते. So किस तरह उन editors को approach किया जाए, और कितना टाइम यूजुअली लगता है एक एडिटर को आपकी ईमेल को रिप्लाई करने में, किस तरह से हम एक्सेस कर सकते हैं उन मैगजीन्स और
Okay, so basically what you can do is there are lots of different publications, like, so in fact I recommended to somebody just like literally 3 weeks ago that there are publications like Thrive Global and Medium where you can set up your blog, and when you have a number of blogs there, because that is really important, people would want to see what you have done in the past to be able to give you a chance in the future. Because I used to reach out to people in the beginning 4 years back and say, please publish my articles, and nobody like sort of offered lift to me or answered or responded or whatever. And I was very consistent and persistent, and I said, okay, so I'm going to write stuff and then I'm going to read. And alhamdulillah, there are a lot of people who offered me no lift at all 4 years back, but now they're the same people who approach me. And what you need to do is that if you don't find the email, then go to their Facebook page, get in touch with them through Messenger, because sometimes they will respond to Facebook Messenger. Instagram, go to their Instagram, message there, go to Twitter, कुछ छोड़ना नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ना. LinkedIn, go to LinkedIn, and
छोड़ना नहीं है,
लगे रहना. And you have to understand that the first time people always, I get so many calls, alhamdulillah, because I get published to so many people. You have to understand it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of persistence, you have to push, and a lot of people will say no to you. Like, there's this, I know Harvard takes about 6 months to approve an article. It's like literally they keep on rejecting you, and then you have to keep trying. Well, I haven't heard a yes yet, so if I do, I will let you know first. It will be on the Facebook. Thrive Global and these, I think sort of, they take about a week to respond back. And then plus, it's not just Thrive Global. I say, you start off with any media publication. So many people inbox me and they say that I want to write for your blog and I want to write for you. Can you feature me on LinkedIn? To be honest, I don't charge money for this. It should be now. And I say, okay, I will, but can you write me a nice blog? So reach out to like influencers who are in your specific industry, in your specific expertise. check them out on LinkedIn, check them out on Instagram, check them out on Facebook, follow them, follow their work, and then say, can I write a blog for you? But show them what you've done in the past. And persistence is important.
Along
Yes,
with persistence and patience, don't be clingy. That's one thing.
मतलब वो मना कर दे और फिर भी आप लगे हुए हैं कि नहीं मुझे करना है, ये करना है, ये करना है.
Right, हमने ethics की भी बात की थी.
Get back after like a few months, maybe. Give them a break. In fact, I think ideally speaking, the best would be that you give them space, and if they like your work and if they've started noticing your work, they will eventually get back to you themselves and say that, let's talk about what you can write for us.
Great. अच्छा ये बताइए कि कितनी पोस्ट हमें जो है ब्लॉगर को वीकली पोस्ट करनी चाहिए. फॉर एग्जांपल फेसबुक का अकाउंट है या आप ब्लॉगिंग कर रहे हैं ऑन इंस्टाग्राम. सो हाउ मेनी पोस्ट शुड यू पोस्ट पर वीक टू कंटिन्यू द एंगेजमेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी per week?
It depends on your style of planning, what you have planned. If, for example, are you a daily poster, because people start noticing, oh, that blogger posts daily, so they will once eventually when they will like your work and they will look forward to your work, so they will go on your feed and they will see. But अगर एक दिन तो चले delay सही है, but अगर 2-3 दिन नहीं हुआ, so they will miss out. So you have to be consistent what you have planned for. You cannot do it very abruptly or unplanned के आज कर लिया 3 दिन बाद नहीं किया 4 दिन कर लिया. And obviously if it's, for example, you have taken you will post daily or you will post once a week or twice a week, so then you should keep on engaging them through your stories, so at least use one platform जहाँ आप उनको daily engage भी कर सके.
And I think once a week is good. Once a week would definitely recommend it, especially if you are starting up, then you really want to make sure that the consistency is there. And secondly, I think once you have started this, I have a COVID brain right now. I was going to say a very important point. I forgot. I don't know what it was. But anyways, I'll come back to it. But yes, I think once a week is definitely important. Twice a week.
Okay. बहुत सारे questions हैं. Thank you so much. और comments भी आ रहे हैं, तो कुछ comments भी हम साथ ले लेते हैं. Azra ने पूछा है, it's for all the panelists. I have been a researcher and a graduate instructor for almost 10 years. Moved to the corporate world 6-7 years ago, but am still passionate about writing and want to start a blogging as of yesterday. Should I use WordPress.com or WordPress.org?
WordPress.org for sure, because I started WordPress.com and that does not have a lot of plugins. As a result of which later on when I wanted to add paid products on my website, I had problems. So I think WordPress.org is more versatile and you can add more features on it. But I think please Google, this was like 2 years ago. So I think it's also better to sort of, Google and do the comparison, the recent comparison.
Another question, Javeria says, Assalamu alaikum, very nice initiative. I run my magazine in KSA, that's Saudi Arabia, and I have I'm a regular blogger of Riyadh Express. My question is that as a blogger, what areas we should take in count to motivate women to help and support each other to strengthen women empowerment?
Oh, okay.
I think that's your niche.
All right, so women empowerment, yes, I'll write for you, tell me, I'm going to write a blog for you. But no, honestly, I think there is a lot of need. I'll be honest, I'm not being judgmental here, but me and my friend, we launched a course in Arabic in the Middle East like 3 years ago. And Hamai said probably we all can read Arabic, right? Because we can read the Quran, but we can't understand Arabic, most of us. So anyway, so she was translating, we did it. I felt that उस वक्त the market wasn't ready 3 years ago, because Middle East में अभी भी I think there's a lot of emphasis on like things like cosmetics and उस तरह की चीजों में there was a lot of interest. So I found it a little difficult to break through the market. But now I think it has really changed and people are looking forward to it. But I think if you could start with positive stories by celebrating empowerment in Saudi Arabia, which is happening, like women are allowed to drive now, or any other initiatives which were not there, and you start focusing on that, or you start interviewing people, featuring stories of inspirational women in the Middle East or Saudi Arabia who have done well, I think that would go a long way. And then just sort of take a topic, global feminism topic, and talk about it in relation to your own country. Because of course, I think there's one thing which we have to understand, you can't apply global feminism to Middle Eastern countries, yeah, right? We have to
Yeah.
moderate it a bit. So us tarah ki aap customize kare, and I think that's going to become very popular then.
I would like to add here, because the standards and obviously the protocols and principles of Saudi. So empowerment can be taken in different ways, and they have like a lot of meaning. So make sure in what aspects you are going to cater that need of women empowerment, and then in the end go for a big picture.
ओके ग्रेट अशिक एक क्वेश्चन बड़ा जेन्युइन क्वेश्चन है, वो ये है कि जब आप ब्लॉगर होते हैं, सो यू रिसीव एंगेजमेंट क्रिएशन होती है, जब यू रिसीव अ लॉट ऑफ कमेंट्स एंड मेनी टाइम्स द कमेंट्स आर नेगेटिव. तो जब नेगेटिव कमेंट आता है या क्रिटिसिज्म आता है, तो उसको किस तरह से, हाउ डू यू मैनेज दैट, हाउ डू यू रिस्पॉन्ड दैट, कीपिंग द एथिक्स एंड द कोर वैल्यूज इंटैक्ट एज अ ब्लॉगर? व्हाट तरह से टिप्स देते हैं?
Actually, I'll tell you, my experience is really funny. So I wrote an article on feminism, take 6 ways to take back feminism, in the Huffington Post. Became very popular during that time, where it was published 3 years ago. And I discovered that there was literally a men's blog that had taken that article and literally torn it apart bit by bit, and made fun of it and said that I was some self-obsessed, stupid feminist or whatever, and like every point was thrown about. And I was like shocked, okay, because I was like, this was like, you hear comments, but this was like an entire blog written on me, like, whole article torn apart. And
You are popular, that's why.
Yes, I guess that's the thing. So first of all, yes, I think when you are popular, you will not be everybody's cup of tea. People are bound to disagree with you, 100%. Okay? Which means that you're doing something right. Secondly, the thing is that I think I would say, do not invite them in your space too much. Respond where you feel is necessary. Okay? If it's a blatant accusation, then respond as much as necessary. But I will warn you that these people are energy vampires. There's this one woman who went on and on my YouTube video. I spend hours, and Abhi bhi LinkedIn pe I do the same. I'm often fighting patriarchy, misogyny, racism at the same time, and I literally spend hours. But then there's a time when I say, okay, this is it, Hira. Whatever the other person says, I am not going to respond. This is where I walk away. So please make sure that you will get criticism for sure. Respond as much as necessary. If you want to leave the person on your profile, leave the person. If you don't want, then block it, because nothing is more important than your own mental health and own sanity. And just sort of walk away after a time. Don't spend too much time on it.
Yeah, also, and when you respond to them, you should respond them very gracefully. And so at times it's not necessary, as Hira said, I agree with her that you have to respond on every post, but you have to see where you have to jump in, and but whenever you jump in and comment on that post or reply back, you have to be very thoughtful about what you're going to write, and be graceful when you are telling that person with that, because at times people are very rebellious, or maybe at that point in time they don't know, and they abruptly write anything, any comment, and then they realize when you very politely talk to them and maybe comment on that post, so they will likely, oh okay, I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter कि हमेशा बहुत बुरे comments आए, कभी कुछ
Some
बिल्कुल
people change, yeah.
हाँ बिल्कुल वैसे ही लिख देते हैं, just for fun, or maybe उसी वक्त इतने aggressive हो के वो लिख देंगे,
No,
but
lockdown
इसका
frustration. Lockdown
Yeah.
frustration. People are
Yeah,
like
so इसका
really being very negative these days, so they went out.
तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो नेगेटिव ही है, आप फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में आप उसको बहुत अच्छे तरीके से रिप्लाई बैक करें, एंड देखें कि उनका सेकंड रिस्पॉन्ड क्या आता है.
Okay. And I feel कि जब आप ब्लॉगर हैं, तो आपकी you need to have a thickened skin, and also at the same time आपके अंदर patience बहुत ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, especially if you are a public figure, even if you're not a blogger, if you're a public figure, आप public के सामने हैं, so you need to have a patience, and at the same time public also need to understand कि एक human है, he or she has her personal space as well, and certain boundaries that they are not supposed to cross. और जब वो लिखें भी, तो आप थोड़ा सा ethics को रखें, slangs और languages इस टाइप की जो हम cuss words और इस टाइप के हम यूज़ करते हैं, ये बहुत ज़्यादा कॉमन हो गया है. ये स्पेशली जब आप वुमेन ब्लॉगर्स के साथ जो है इंगेजमेंट कर रहे हैं, सो ये इन चीज़ों का बहुत ज़्यादा ख्याल रखना चाहिए. एज हमारा मज़हब भी ये सिखाता है, हमारा कल्चर भी ये सिखाता है, और एथिक्स भी यही है. एक कमेंट है, मैं उस लेती हूँ. ये फातिमा ने पूछा है, मैम प्लीज सॉल्व माय प्रॉब्लम, आई मेड अ ब्लॉग ऑन मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम सर्विस, अच्छा मैंने ये नहीं कभी सुनी है, ऑन वर्डप्रेस साइट but it's lost all address on Google, now it's ruined all themes and plugins. I'm really disappointed for my result. Please share some tips how to make a working blog site. I think आपने इसको थोड़ा आंसर तो कर दिया है कि सबसे पहले तो org wordpress.org पे बनाना है, not wordpress.com पे, क्योंकि engagement उसमें ज़्यादा है, right? So I think a technical question है. She has lost, I don't know whether it was the password issue, क्या था वो, थोड़ा सा अगर फातिमा आप elaborate कर सके. बहुत सारे कमेंट्स इसमें आ रहे हैं जिसमें लोग चाह रहे हैं आपसे डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट करना, आपके लिंक्स और आपके जो भी आपकी प्रोफाइल्स हैं उनके साथ, सो दैट यू कैन गाइड देम इफ यू आर विलिंग. सो इंशाल्लाह मैं आपके फिर लिंक्स जो है वो शेयर कर दूंगी. इज इट ओके?
Nee, of course.
People can approach me on LinkedIn if they're like students. I'm sure a lot of students must be watching this. So if they're professional students, so they can approach me on LinkedIn. Also, they can follow me on Instagram at anam.merchant. It's with the name of my name only, but the subname is Daily Cup of Corporate Life.
Yes, I will share all the links. आप दोनों की and आयशा की as well. आयशा का I think connection का issue है, so हम आयशा को नहीं ले पा रहे हैं. एक एरिया जो हम अभी उस पर नहीं आए हैं, उस पर मैं चाहूँगी कि हम जल्दी से आ जाए, बिकॉज इट्स ऑलरेडी 1 hour ना. बिजनेस या एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के लिए या वुमेन इन बिजनेस के लिए ब्लॉग जो है वो कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है? डू यू नीड टू हैव अ ब्लॉग ऑन योर वेबसाइट व्हेन यू आर लीडिंग अ प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस बेस्ड बिजनेस? सो ब्लॉग क्या आपके बिजनेस को बूस्ट करता है? क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है उसकी?
Actually, I am going to tell you my personal experience that when I moved to London 4 years back, from nobody knowing me, and I often say this I quote this everywhere, that nobody knew me, I knew nobody. Literally, so I started from scratch, zero. And from Alhamdulillah, now being published in like 150, if I totally count publications in 4 years, that was only through writing, like literary writing. And I think one thing I really want to clarify right now, Zia, is that a lot of people get confused. So if you want to make blogging as your career, right, so that's a separate thing. So that is when you need to completely focus on just writing. And then you start looking for paid partnerships, and you make your content around it. But if you want to do blogging to promote your business, and you need to promote your brand, and you need to build your leadership brand, that's when I think you will have to be ready to do a lot of pro bono stuff, because a lot of the blogs will not pay you. So this is something which I really want to get the expectation reality right here. But a lot of people feel that blogging can make money. Yes, it can make you tons of money. If you pursue it as a full-fledged career, it can make you tons of money. But if you are pursuing it as something as I do, just to build your leadership brand and charge money in your other products and services, then be prepared to write pro bono stuff, and do write, because it really helps you to establish you as a thought leader. And if you are a student or a young professional, LinkedIn is the go-to platform where, and honestly, I've been writing for 4 years now, but this year and last year, I started noticing people featuring me and calling me a LinkedIn influencer or change maker. So this is all comes with consistency. So it won't come overnight. If you do it for a long time, highly recommend you to do it.
Also, if you
अनम, ये क्वेश्चन आपसे स्पेसिफिकली मैं पूछना चाहूँगी. एक तो ये जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, दूसरा ये कि सिंस यू आर राइटिंग, यू आर अ कॉर्पोरेट ब्लॉगर एज वेल, सो उसके पर्सपेक्टिव में भी बताइए कि कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है बिजनेस के लिए, एंड व्हाट डू यू डू, व्हाट डू यू राइट, और व्हाट डू यू लेट पीपल नो इन कॉर्पोरेट ब्लॉगिंग?
अच्छा, I'll share two aspects. एक तो corporate blogging से, और एक जो मेरा personal review से. So, for example, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to start your blog, or you want to, because in these days people will not directly go to your website and buy. We see a lot of people posting about this is for this price and this is for this price. If you want to buy something, inbox me. People will not pay attention to this buy until and unless you will bring them, different kind of content. For example, if you are selling some different product, or you are selling some phone, so you should know, okay, इस phone से हम क्या क्या चीजें कर सकते हैं. उनको और दूसरे तरीके बताएं जिससे वो इसकी यूटिलाइजेशन हो सकती है. If you are selling a crockery, or if you are selling any item, so relate it with different. Tell them ways how to utilize this, or how to DIY. This is one aspect. It will attract people. On the other hand, if you want to take it as a career, so being a professional, I'm already working. So now I really enjoy while I writing about my. So this can be also my career in future. Being a corporate blogger, because I'm writing what my experiences and my lifestyles, and I'm awareing people कि क्या क्या हो सकता है. So it both ways. कि आप अगर आपके पास what I feel is आप उस वक्त तक पैशनेट नहीं हो सकते जब तक आप वो कुछ चीज नहीं कर रहे हो, तो अब मैं इतना एंजॉय क्यों करती हूँ जब मैं वो अपने ब्लॉग के बारे में लिख रही होती हूँ कि जो मेरे ऑफिस में एक्सपीरियंस हुए. रिसेंटली आई शेयर कि मैं मतलब आई नेवर थॉट ऑफ वर्किंग इन अ कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर बिकॉज व्हेन आई डिड माय एमबीए एट दैट पॉइंट इन टाइम माय फ्रेंड्स वर लाइक कि तुमको तो जॉब करनी नहीं है. मतलब उस वक्त आपको इतना ख्याल नहीं होता, तो उस वक्त लाइक कि अब तुम्हें तो जॉब करनी नहीं है, सो व्हाई यू आर लाइक यू वांट टू गेट स्कॉलरशिप, और तुम्हें या तो गोल्ड मेडल चाहिए, तुम्हें तो जॉब करनी ही नहीं है, सो व्हाई यू आर गोइंग इन दैट रेस. बट एट दैट पॉइंट इन टाइम ऐसा नहीं था कि मुझे करनी नहीं, बट मैंने इतना डीप थॉट नहीं दिया था उसको. So how I entered to a very good organization, and मैंने वहाँ internship कैसे की, वो मैंने अपना पूरा वहाँ किया है. कि जब आपको internship first आपको मिल रही होती है तो आप बहुत skeptical होते हैं उस बारे में. And my friends told me कि बहुत references होता है, पौवा होता है, तो आपको इस तरीके से नहीं मिल सकती. But I proved all things wrong. मतलब what I am today, alhamdulillah, no exaggerating, but मैंने खुद अपने उससे किया. alhamdulillah references पे I don't believe कि ये उस वक्त ये होता था पावर, बट अब तो रेफरेंस जरूरी हो गया इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि आपकी सिर्फ सीवी चले जाए ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में. बट बाद में इतना सारा प्रोसेस यू हैव टू डू इट. So what you do, you have to be very passionate about it, and then you will, create a magic over there.
Great. And I think blogging जो है वो आपकी वेबसाइट के लिए कि SEO के लिए भी बहुत important है, because it has certain words through which जो है वो उसकी search
engine में very important.
और देखिए सिंपल सी बात है, people now before they call you for interview, before they buy your product, people will definitely go and search you on YouTube or Google or whatever. So that is the first impression people will get of you. So if you already have
even
some
on
written
Facebook.
content, exactly. So if you already have some written content which supports your work, then that's better for your brand.
Ajra का एक question है. So you definitely need your website to start blogging, or it can be the other way round. हमने इस पे बात की है, नॉट नेसेसरीली. जैसे इंस्टाग्राम पे भी आप ब्लॉग कर सकते हैं, फेसबुक पे भी आप ब्लॉग कर सकते हैं. और कोई ऐसे मीडिया है?
LinkedIn definitely, WordPress, Medium is definitely very good. I don't think so you need to apply as a contributor there. So Medium is a very renowned contributor platform right now. So I think that's again a place where you can make yourself visible.
Okay. So और क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं जब तक मैं आपसे पूछती हूँ. ओके, एक इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. आपको एंगेजमेंट क्रिएट करनी है अपने ज़्यादा फॉलोअर्स बनाने के लिए, डू यू नीड टू अपने प्रमोट करना है अपने ब्लॉग को? ऑर्गेनिकली आप प्रमोट करेंगे यानी कि एंगेजमेंट क्रिएट करके, या डू यू नीड टू गो फॉर पेड एड्स कि आपका ब्लॉग जो है वो पॉपुलर हो? क्या रिकमेंड करेंगे आप?
I think it both ways. Nowadays it's very important because algorithm सारे change हो गए हैं. पहले तो organic reach बहुत ज़्यादा होती थी, but अब वो आपकी reach organic भी आपके जो followers हैं उनके लिए भी at times आपको sponsored करनी पड़ती है because इतने सारे people are following so many people that they hardly get your content on their feed, तो until and unless वो अपनी settings को जाके change करें. So organically जो आपको follow करते हैं religiously वो तो आपके content पे आएंगे and comment करेंगे. But to get a more followers and to increase your visibility and reach, nowadays it's very important to get a sponsored ad post as well. There's nothing bad in it.
My recommendation would be the best way to do it is rather than running your own Facebook ads, which I don't know. Personally, I'm sure it must be working for a lot of people. It didn't really work for me as much in the beginning when I did try and do Facebook ads, but I think you have to focus on wherever your following is. So if you are like a corporate blogger, if you have products which you sell to the corporate world, then that has to be LinkedIn or Twitter.
Yeah.
You're more like a lifestyle sort of a person who's offering products like food or other services. Then it could be Instagram, and then from there choose an influencer who you can use. And I think that is the fastest way to sort of get more engagement, because when you engage with influencers, say, can you promote my brand? And then that is the way how you can reach out to people I think in that particular area that you want to target. So always look for industry leaders in your own area and reach out to them and get them to endorse you or give you testimonial or whatever, either through paid partnership or just by sending nice cheesy emails like I do. And then you can get the influencer to endorse you.
Okay,
But
one more
genuine,
question.
sorry, genuine emails,
Yes.
not cheesy. I don't want to be taken wrongly. Genuine emails.
ओके एक क्वेश्चन जो मैं बहुत नोटिस करती हूँ, आई डोंट नो मे बी यंगस्टर्स इतना नहीं नोट करते हैं इसको. अगर आप इंस्टाग्राम पर जाते हैं एंड इफ़ यू आर अ ब्लॉगर, अगर आप ब्लॉग कर रहे हैं फॉर एग्जांपल प्रोडक्ट्स की या किसी भी चीज़ की या इवन मेकअप प्रोडक्ट्स, ब्यूटी प्रोडक्ट्स, हमें ब्यूटी जो ब्लॉगर्स हैं बहुत नज़र आते हैं. But what I see is that I don't want to see a face on my news feed every single day. It looks like you are obsessive about yourself कि आपने अपना फेस जब इंस्टाग्राम खोला है वो ब्लॉगर का सिर्फ फेस ही नज़र आ रहा है या यू नो. व्हाट आई थिंक इज कि कंटेंट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, फोटोग्राफी इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट, आप अपने आप को जो है वो एग्जिबिट करें. बट मैं नहीं समझती कि एक फॉलोअर आपको रोज़ाना आपके फेस को देखना चाहेगा एक नए तरह से, बट would like to see the content more. I might be wrong. आप लोग क्या कहते हैं इस बारे में?
I think it is different. Obviously, it's a personal choice. I mean, there are some lifestyle Pakistani bloggers that I follow on Instagram, and I love seeing their fashion sense of style and the way they dress up, and because that's the only thing I do. On Instagram, I usually follow corporate bloggers on LinkedIn. So Instagram is my time just to enjoy how people are looking aesthetically. But you're right. I think it has to have a good balance of content plus your face. I mean, not everybody is going to appreciate seeing your face all the time, and not everybody is going to appreciate seeing boring content all the time.
Yeah.
It should be a good mix. And I think thrice a week agar karne is also great, rather than doing it every day. I think maybe just sort of give a break and come like thrice a week or like 4 times a week. But yeah, a good mix is definitely recommended.
I agree.
You agree, right? Yeah, mix of both होना चाहिए. ये मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगा. It's a right balance और equilibrium हर चीज़ में होना चाहिए.
हाँ, but obviously it's a personal choice. कुछ for influencers and bloggers हैं जो सिर्फ अपनी pictures share करते हैं and then what they want to deliver a message वो उसमें caption में लिखते हैं. Because at times ये होता है कि कुछ followers हैं जिनको boring, like if you will post a picture, random picture, maybe a picture of a quote, they will not pay attention to that until and unless you post your picture and they will comment on that and they will read their blog. So it depends on your followers plus on your personal choice as well.
Great, thank you so much. एक मुझे बताइए बात कि अभी हमने जैसे डिस्कस किया, आपने कहा कि once a week जो है, if you're a beginner in blogging, so once a week has to be there. Post करें आप. What about the length of the content? कितना बड़ा content होता है? What is the length of the content? Of course, for different media it would be different, but generally हम कितने words को समझते हैं कि एक blog post जो है वो इतने words की होनी चाहिए?
I think 500 to 1,000 is the recommended limit because I'm very verbose, so I sometimes write articles with over 2,000 words, and then the media company says, please cut it down. We just want words. So I think the best, most companies ask for 500 words, and that's what they think is the best one. Maximum you can go up to, like, for example, Forbes and Huffington Post, they all allow from 800 to 1,000 words. So but I think Instagram, I don't know. I think Anam will be able to advise on the
Instagram is the same, but you have to make sure that every time if you're posting a long post, people will not read it. So, you have to create a blend of different versions, and then where you post someday you're posting like one sentence about you and then you post a question. Always end your post, what I feel, with a question. It creates a lot of engagement as well. Also, if sometimes you are sharing your story, so make sure you write part 2 in the next story. I will share part 2 or part 3. इतनी लंबी stories share करने से वो curiosity भी खत्म हो जाती है, plus boring हो जाता है reader के लिए या follower के लिए. So it's always good to divide your content, or if you are posting a story or maybe your experience, तो उसको divide करके करें. Or else if you are posting some question or maybe some tips, तो उसको जितना छोटा हो सके, इतना छोटा भी नहीं, but meaningful content I think होना चाहिए.
यस, मीनिंगफुल कंटेंट होना चाहिए। बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने। एक क्वेश्चन हमने वैसे इस टॉपिक के ऊपर बात कर लिया, बट ब्रीफली इफ यू कैन ऐड, नेहा ने पूछा है, कुड यू प्लीज एक्सप्लेन समथिंग अबाउट ब्लॉग मोनेटाइजेशन? दैट्स सेम थिंग, हाउ यू
Again,
कैन अर्न थ्रू ब्लॉगिंग।
I think two
Yeah.
or three ways we discussed. Obviously, paid partnerships, like, if you're an Instagram influencer, for example, you could introduce other people's products and review other people's products, and that's how you get paid partnerships. Even on your websites, you can run ads. That's again another way of charging via blogs, and there's a proper way to do it. Honestly, I do not monetize my website as such, but I do get people who say that we'll pay you this much if you can feature us there. But yes, I think, and the rates vary, like from 500 to
Yeah.
1500 to like 2000, and could be in dollars or rupees or whatever. But that's how it is. I think Anam would be able to advise more on
Yeah,
Instagram.
PR companies, they approach you once they will see your content and everything, and they will start observing your work. They will post it, but you have to relate it with your life. So, you can't just post like that, paid partnerships. You have to create a creative content on which you're going to post about it so that people can easily relate to it and they don't feel like, oh, it's a paid, you know. But obviously, ethically, you have to mention paid partnership there. बट आपको इस तरीके से एंगेजमेंट क्रिएट करनी पड़ती है कि आप कोई अच्छा क्रिएटिव उस ब्रांड को आप क्रिएटिवली अपने कंटेंट में कैसे इनकॉर्पोरेट करें. दैट्स वेरी
Blend कर
इंपॉर्टेंट.
सकते
It should be in sync or out of alignment.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense and it doesn't reflect good on your brand. One last thing I wanted to share was that in terms of putting out your content, there, if you can't write weekly, you can just sit one day, plan all your content for the entire next 2 months, and then you can schedule it. You always have that option that if you're
Schedule,
not available and if you're busy for the next 2 or 3 months, sit down one day, and that's how I know for Ivy, like, or different other brands that I run, we schedule the content and then we sort of schedule it for the next few weeks. And also, it's not necessary that you create new content every time. Sometimes it could just be a review of something, or it could be a fresh take on something.
Yeah.
Something that's already being discussed. So instead of rewriting the whole thing, you discuss your perspective on it. So you don't have to like every time come up with some new fresh content. Just sort of reinvent the whole thing and do a previous one.
Thank you so much, Anam and Hera, and also Aisha. Last question, or वही question ये है कि I would like you to share, or I would like you to share some message or give a message to those who want to start a blog or those who are a bloggers already. तो उनके लिए कोई ऐसी चीज़ जो आप देख रही हैं कि अगर आपको ये मैजिक वॉन्ड दिया जाता है कि आपको चेंज कर लें ब्लॉगिंग सिनेरियो में, so what would you have changed? Yes, Anam.
I think for me, I believe it's very important if you want to start blogging or if you are a blogger, convey that message that's really important and can change people's lives and their way of thinking. Or maybe if they are going through certain, they're facing any issue. So, try to solve that matter through your voice. Give them a voice from your platform and change their lives. That's very important.
Thank you so much, Anam. Beautiful message. Yes, Hera.
So I personally believe that blogging may, I think you don't have to wait to be perfect. I think that is this is a problem which a lot of women suffer from, that we'll wait for content to be extremely perfect before we roll it out in front of the world. So I think we have to understand that the more authentic you are, the more vulnerable you are, and the more genuine you come across in the way you're speaking and the way you're writing, the more people will be able to relate to you. So you don't have to put on a fake avatar just to sort of, I mean, if I talk to people, I talk in the way that I am. I won't put put a very formal sort of image and say, oh, now I'm a national TV or whatever. So just be yourself, be genuine, be vulnerable, and do not get discouraged, because honestly, my mantra was when I started blogging that even if there's one person who likes my blog, and my husband promised me that, even if nobody likes the blog, I'm going to read it. And my mother also promised me the same. So there were two confirmed people who read my blog. So don't be discouraged. A lot of time people will not like. They might have liked the blog, but they won't comment because we don't have the time to. Just do it out of passion and do it consistently. Eventually, trust me, after some time, people will notice.
I agree.
Great tips. Thank you so much once again, Hera and Anam.
Thank you for having us. It was, I think I really enjoyed talking to you, listening Hera's stories. That was like really
बहुत अच्छे आपने जो है टिप्स शेयर किए, and it was a wonderful experience, and wonderful session, I would say. हमारी इस सीरीज का फर्स्ट सेशन है और इंशाल्लाह हम और करियर्स के ऊपर भी जो है बात करेंगे. बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस अभी भी आ रहे हैं, टाइम ऑलमोस्ट अप हो गया है, एंड थैंक यू फॉर गिविंग मी दिस टाइम. It's been a pleasure having you, wonderful ladies, in my session. So I would request कि अगर आप इन comments को जो है वो after the session, after this broadcast, if you have time, so please go through it and answer them as well. Also, those who would like to get in touch with us and want to attend more of our sessions, please join a woman-only community, that is Women of Wonders Pakistan, which is facebook.com/group/WowPK. Just remember WowPK, and if you search, you can find it. So do join us, और इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट सेशन में हम एक और एक कैरियर के ऊपर बात करेंगे और उस पर देखेंगे कि हम किस तरह से उस कैरियर में मज़ीद वुमेन को जो है वो लेकर आ सकते हैं, और वुमेन की पार्टिसिपेशन को हम उसको बता सकते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच वंस अगेन.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.